Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrom, and I'm just doing a real quick video. It shouldn't take that long for those of you who are in my Cisco class. Now, early on in the semester, we had an opportunity to knock out our midterm, and we had some difficulties and some problems with it. I'm not going to go through it. You already know it. We talked about it 100,000 times. Damn. So, with that being said, I wanted to just do a real quick video on this midterm so we can get this project done. My expectation is this: at the end of this week, to close this out, go ahead, do the midterm, get it done. If you do not complete it by the end of this week, you will see a grade reflecting what I have received. All you pretty much going to do is download it, complete the assignment, upload it, and I will grade it. One thing that's important, do not put usernames and passwords in there. Well, definitely configure your router with the router name, but do not put passwords and stuff in there because I want to go in there and check everything out. So if it asks you for a password, just skip by it. Now, all you basically gonna do is choose this one here. Do not choose this one. Choose this one. And one of the things I want to do is go to the student view and see if you can see it on the student end, just to make sure that you see the same thing that I see. So if I go and look at it through this point of view here, this is the student's view. And I go to assignment, because assignment is where it's at. Don't go into module. You may not see it in module. Go to assignment, and you should see it right here. So as you can see, it's both of them in there, but the only one I want you to do is this one right here. It says midterm. This is the one I released earlier, and only half the class was able to do it. Now, for those students who really want to do it over again, if you already completed, you have full access to do it again too. I just want to make sure everybody has a shot at it equally, and I'm just going to basically do some basic configuration so you can see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on here, and it should take me to the next page. And one of the things that's important is that make sure you download it, complete the file, and just upload it. Here's the file here. So all you have to do is click download, and then when you complete it, you submit it and upload it to me. So I'm gonna come out of there because I don't need this anymore. I already downloaded it to my desktop. So here's the file right here. The first thing you're going to do is, of course, open the file up. Once you open it up, you can see that it looks exactly like the one that was given for the midterm. No different, same setup. The reason I'm doing it like this instead of going through building it out like I was originally doing is because I want you guys to get this done. And if you don't get it done, I have to make a decision, which you pretty much know. Now, one of the students said that he went in here and he tried to click on things and he had problems. Remember, when you're doing a file like this, a packet tracer, especially since it's a project assessment, you have to really be able to use these particulars like your console cable to connect to devices. So remember that when you're doing your assessment or assignments in here, okay? Use your console cable, grab a PC. You may even want to do multiple console tables so you can have multiple of them out there, and that way you won't have to worry about not having a console cable. So that was one of the things that's important. From there on, all you have to do is just follow the assignment. Here's the instructions here. I'm not going to go through the instructions because you're about to read them. I'm just going to do a quick review of what you need to do. I'm just pretty much going to do one line, and then I'm done with this, so you can go in there and finish it. Now, the reason I'm not doing the entire thing is because it's a midterm, and if I do the entire thing, that wouldn't be fair to the other students. I want everybody to make sure that they can go in here and participate and get the work done. Are we good with that? I'm sure we are. Okay. So with that being said, I just recently dropped it down. So I'm going to go ahead and take it from there, keep going to knock it out. So I'm gonna bring it back up. Here it is again. Bring it back up, well, open it back up. Should have. As you see, if I done opened it up twice right here. You don't need to do that. I'm just checking to make sure that it's fully doing what I need it to do. So I'm gonna come over here now, and then I'm gonna start configuring. One of the things that I'm gonna do to make sure I configure it right, I'm gonna start from the bottom and go all the way to the top. Like I said, I'm not gonna do the entire thing. I'm just gonna do some particulars just to get it out the way. So the first thing in doing this, we got student 1 here. I'm gonna open that up, and I'm just gonna pretty much put in the IP address for student 1. Now, if mine's different than what you're doing, cool, do what you do. As long as it logically works and it talks to each other, I'm gonna be able to look in there and make sure that everything that needs to be done is done. So pretty much I'm putting in the student IP address, and this is just basically for that particular computer. And remember, this subnet mask is going to be on a class C. We're going to put in 172.16.20, and then from there we're going to put in 254, which will be the default gateway. And the last thing we're going to put in is the DNS server, which is 172.254.252. So I'm going to check this real quick, which is give me 172.16.2010. 255.255.250, 172.16.20, 254, and pretty much that's it right there. So we got in here our IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and DNS server. That's done. Now, the next thing I want to do is configure. Should I go to the router or the PC? Well, since I am going to do, let's just move on up. So I got a router right here called router 1. I'm going to go in there and configure that. Now, if you try to click on it, it's going to say you can't get access. So you have to go from here. Of course, you know you're using the terminal. And of course, you're going to say there, and there's the router. The switch. The switch is up. So I'm going to do the first switch. And basically, I'm going to enable. I'm going to go config T. I'm going to say no. No, should I say, no. I said I wasn't going to put passwords in there. So I don't want to mess around with passwords, because once you do that, so I'm going to say no IP domain lookup. And the reason we're doing that is we don't want to be in here and we make a mistake and it starts searching for domains, because we haven't put in our domain yet. Now, since this is 1, I am going to do that one little thing, which I expectation is that you will do, and that's to just give it a host name. And of course, I'm going to say host name 1 F. What is it? ST else. I don't know why they named it that. Oh, probably got to put it together. It would be nice if I put it together, right? Okay, there we go. So that just named it. You saw the name change, and you can look right here. Name change. Okay. With that being said, we can go ahead and start going ahead and putting VLANs in here. I'm going to do it slow right quick. So I'm going to say VLAN 20 for the first one. And then I'm going to say name student. Okay. And then I'm going to say VLAN 40, which is the next one, because that's what it's asking us for. Hit that. And then I'm going to say name faculty Yes, the professors must have a place to log in. Okay, and then I'm gonna think the last one, VLAN 60, and I'm gonna hit enter on that, and then I'm gonna say name, add man. You always gotta add man, so make sure everything's secure. Then VLAN 88, and you know the 88 is the management, so we're gonna name that management, and to make sure the management is able to access control. Then I'm gonna say IP. No. I'm gonna say interface. I'm gonna do the interfaces now, and I'm gonna set up a range, and I'm gonna say fast. Now, I'm not gonna do this whole thing. Fast Ethernet. I could have shortened that, but what? I think on this fast Ethernet here, if I'm here, it looks like I'm gonna be putting in fast Ethernet 1 to 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. 0/1-5. Let's see if that works. It does. And then I'm gonna say switch port, because this is going to be based on a switch port. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do the whole thing because this is for you, and I want to make sure you get this down. Get it down, young man, young lady, young man, whoever decides to watch the video. Right? Right. Okay, that's going to give me my 20 right there. Let me make sure I type it right. And then I'm going to say spanning. Of course, we want to put a spanning tree in there because we're working with a switch. And we're going to say port. Okay, we just turned that puppy on. We're messing around. Looking good. So, it's just pretty much updating me on what I just did there. So, everything is good. Now, the last thing I want to do is put the interface 88 port in there, but I'm going to go ahead in there and drop in these other VLANs just to make sure everything works out. It don't work. Yes, it does. Okay, that's going to come up. So I'm just doing the other ports. You already know how to do this. So I'm not really, this is just one of them videos where I'm just demonstrating that you can go ahead and complete this task. I'm gonna go ahead and do the management port, which is VLAN 88, which I'm gonna drop in here. And then you pretty much know that now that management VLAN has an IP address on this particular VLAN. Okay. And then we're going to throw in the default gateway address, because we want to make sure that the default gateway address is in there. And that completes it. Now, what I want to do is to make sure I have everything in there. I'm going to go ahead and just exit out right quick. And then I'm going to say show, run, to see what it looks like. Let's go see if we got everything down. Okay, first and foremost, we have the name of the switch. We have the no domain lookup, so we don't have no mistakes. We see that we gathered all these ports and put them in the right place. That go our 40s, that go our 60s. So we are good, and that go there. So that's configured. You see, you know how to do that. I don't really have to go into depth with that. You know how to do it. And then you're just going to do the same thing for this particular switch here. Go console port. So I'm just showing you how to log in. Now this is that art building switch. So you can pretty much do the same thing. That takes the same exact thing that we took over for the first one. But let's go to the router, and then we're going to close this out because I really don't want to give too many hints up because I want you to go in there and actually do it. To be honest with you, you should be doing this. But now for the particular router, let's go ahead and click on the router. Not click on it like some of you have been doing. Let's go ahead and open that router up. Console. Click in here. I clicked on the name. There we go. We're gonna go to the terminal. Okay, and there go our router right there. So I'm gonna quickly do this to just make sure that the router gets done. And of course, this is the main thing right here. So for the router, I'm gonna say enable config T. We in the router. Of course, no IP domain dash look up. Now we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna drop in the interfaces, and I'm gonna show you these interfaces. I'm not gonna type them in all the way like I did with the switch. I'm actually gonna show you these interfaces. Like I say, always create your cheat sheet. And just taking a look at that, I said interface Giga Ethernet 0/0.20. Then I said encapsulation on 20, and then I said IP address. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the next one. Now I know that we like to do this. No. But in this particular case, you don't have to do it all one by one, and you don't even have to put that in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and just drop the rest of it. That's my way of always checking my system. I just like to check. I'm just that type of guy. But you don't have to do it. You get so nervous about doing things that you just want to do things right. I'm gonna do the same thing here. That's another interface, which I gave 40. And that's pretty much where I'm gonna stop at. Now I do want to go in here and throw in the, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and finish that, because that way you won't be saying, "Oh, Professor, you cheater! You could have did more." Yeah, right. Sure. Okay. Okay. So this is just a short video. I just wanted to put some in here for you guys to go ahead and complete this assignment and just know where you're going. So just take a look at what I've done, and you can pretty much see what's in here. What I'm attempting to do is not give you all the answers, because I want you to tackle this like a real job, and not be just settled with getting answers from me. Okay, as you can see, I just dropped in IP access group for the web server that's over there. I'm also going to go ahead and complete the rest of it so you can see how it looks. I'm going to copy that. Right, so sit down, create your cheat sheet like I said, and just make sure you take your time doing it. But you need to go in here and challenge yourself and see if you can do it. I'm going to be able to go in there and see if you put the right information in. And all I'm going to do is make sure that it connects, so I know you know what you're doing. So don't worry about that. I'm going to be able to go check it. But now I'm going to put the IP route in for this particular server, and you'll get a chance to see the IP route, which is, of course, IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0 on 209, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so the route is in there, and then I'm in with the access list, permitting certain things and denying certain things. That's important for this particular router. So right now, this is basically it for this here. Okay, we put in our access list, we put in the routes. Oh, I didn't name the router, which is not important right now. So just take a look at what I threw in here so you'll know how to do it. And that is the router. As you can see, one light is green here. You turned that on because we made a connection. We didn't make the connections here because I want to see you go ahead and do it. So this is basically it with this particular assignment. Go ahead and complete the entire assignment. Like I said, I'm gonna have a discussion with you guys tonight about it, but pretty much that's it. And when you complete it, upload it, and I will grade it and take a look at it. Once again, this has been Professor Sistrom, and you have a lovely day.